Today is 5 days after my transfer, and this just happened. I'm pregnant.
No. You're kidding. No.
So we are doing an endometrial biopsy today to check to see if I have endometriosis. And I think it's just because the doctor is just so confused about why we haven't conceived. So this is just like an extra test to see if this could be why. And also ensuring that the transfer is successful and that there's nothing that's gonna get in the way. Here we go.
Okay, take a deep breath.
So the endometrial biopsy is done and it was painful. It probably hurt worse than the HSG that I did, than the HSS that I did. But it is done. And now we are just gonna be waiting for the results so that we can schedule the transfer and get the show on the road. Okay, day 1 of my Lupron injections to prepare for the transfer. So we just started getting everything out for the injections, and Rigatoni's rolling over. It's not for you, honey. It's okay. Oh, sweet boy. Ready?
Yes. Cool. So nutrition for embryo transfer is more like pomegranate juice.
Okay.
And blueberries, like
Okay.
it doesn't have to be as much of like the crazy protein amount.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's just normal protein.
Got it, but
Yeah.
okay.
And interestingly, exercise and good blood flow to the
good.
uterus is really good.
Okay.
For,
I've been working out.
Yeah,
so I've been
for now.
Okay.
Just once you start the progesterone, we
Yeah.
actually don't let you do vigorous exercise.
Got it.
More like long walks again, and arm weights are fine,
Okay.
but not dramatic. After the transfer too, we're kind of also not wanting your heart rate to go too high
Right.
because it deviates blood from the uterus.
Yeah.
So, but this looks great.
Hi guys, we are getting ready to do another Lupron injection. Feeling fine. I'm not really feeling anything at all, like neither physical nor mental emotional, but I do start progesterone injections sometime later this week, and that's when it's gonna start getting real. So until then, just the Lupron injections, and I'm taking Estrace, which is estrogen, and baby aspirin every day. So Luca is ready. Dun dun dun. Barely felt a thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hi guys, we are on our way to SCRC. It is my final checkup before we can schedule the transfer, I hope at least. Today will determine pretty much if my uterine lining is where it should be and all this other stuff. We're almost here. It's kind of getting a bit like surreal, right? Like
It does. Yeah,
it doesn't feel like
we're actually
we're doing the transfer
the
next
transfer,
week.
yeah.
I mean, we'll see. Obviously, it'll depend on the appointment, but still, as we're getting close to it, we're just like, oh my god.
don't you need to start progesterone today actually?
I might need to start progesterone injections today. Yes, depending on the appointment. So,
Those are kind of painful, aren't they? Yeah.
supposedly, they're very like one of the most painful things of this process. So, yay.
Good to
Good
see you.
morning.
Good morning. Today we're checking the uterine lining to see that it has 3 lines, which it does. That's the dream, is that the line's nice and straight and smooth. Well, good. Yeah, you're almost there.
Okay.
So just needs a couple more days. So I'd like you to come back on Friday.
Okay. Should I have been ready or?
No, we wouldn't have started progesterone anyway now because we traditionally like at least 10, 11 days of estrogen.
Okay.
So it looks good.
Okay.
You're on target.
Okay. All right. So this was not the final appointment to find out when the transfer would be. That appointment will now be on Saturday. Today's Thursday, so in 2 days. But she said everything looks like it is on the right track. I do just feel though that like today was another testament of you can't plan for IVF. Thanksgiving is in 2 weeks, the transfer is in 1 week. So we're really trying to widen that gaps because I'm going on a plane, and you can go on a plane, but you should be relaxing for like the first 2 days. So we have 7 days of cushion, so we're fine, but we just want to be sure that we don't get too close to that Thanksgiving date.
Hey, so what's going on today?
We are doing hopefully the final checkup to see when the transfer will be. It's early, it's like 7 in the morning.
And we had Thanksgiving yesterday.
We had Thanksgiving last night, so we ate a lot. I'm supposed to be eating really healthy during this time, which I have been eating so good. But Thanksgiving last night, we had lots of goodies.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. And I had like, I was really good with my portions. I didn't go overboard, so. The healthiest, you know, the best, so.
But what if I want a boy first? You want a boy first?
I will be happy with it.
Me too. Me too.
The lining is measured in millimeters, is that correct? Do you know how much it was yesterday?
7.8.
Okay.
That's what I wanted, at least to 8 plus. It looks ready.
Okay.
You're gonna take your progesterone this morning, and then we'd like to see you the day before the transfer.
I don't want a shot. Not in the morning. That's like the worst wake up ever. This is probably what I'm dreading. Not the most about this whole process, because definitely the egg retrieval was the worst, but needles every night in my butt.
We've been
7
doing
days.
so many injections, countless.
I know, I should be used to it by now. But this one's intramuscular.
Intramuscular is different within your tummy. And on your tummy, the needles are literally non-existent.
Yeah,
Like
I
they're-
barely feel it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to stop talking about it because I'm freaking myself out. Alright guys, so we are in full transfer prep mode. I'm going to show you some of the groceries that I got that I was told to eat before and after the transfer. I feel like I'm a little late on the before part because the transfer is in 2 days, really a day and a half. And I'm just now getting these things that I was supposed to start eating like a week ago. So I want to say not much of this is like super science-based. It has like scientific proof to help. It's more kind of like old wives' tales and anecdotes, and you don't have to eat all this stuff, but it's also like, why not? If there's that little chance that it's gonna help. Rigatoni licking his bowl, trying to get any little scrap. We feed him a lot, guys. Okay, so let me show you what we have. So I was told to eat things with a lot of antioxidants and warm foods. So I'm not supposed to have cold foods after the transfer. So warm things, we got like soup. So here's some tomato basil soup and bone broth. Then these are, I think these are called pilati. I'm not sure, Luca will probably correct me later, but these are a specific type of tomato that you use to make a lot of pasta sauces. And this is what Luca will use to make me lentils, which is a recipe from his mom. And then sweet potatoes, that's just kind of like a standard grocery item. And then I was told to eat walnuts. And then these are just my other nuts that I get to just have a variety of nuts. These are some lentils that Luca is gonna make. And I was told to eat berries that have like a lot of antioxidants. So blueberries, we have some raspberries. I don't love them though, so I only put them in smoothies. And then the big one that like you probably hear the most if you're going through an IVF transfer is to eat pineapple and to eat like the actual core, which they did not have any fresh pineapple. So I had to settle with these, which isn't ideal because they come in plastic, but I did the best I could, guys. And then as for some of the supplements that I'm taking right now, just to cover all the bases, this is not a supplement, but this is something that I ordered online. It's an organic superfood mix. I got targeted by an ad, y'all, and I bought it. And this just has like chia seeds, acai berry, acerola, maca, blueberry powder, etc. So just for like that antioxidant boost, I've been putting this in my smoothies. And then I'm just taking my Smarty Pants prenatals, vitamin D, krill oil slash fish oil, one of the two. And then I had a girlfriend tell me to get this. So she went through IVF and she said one of her nurses suggested this and her transfer was successful. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that. So that is what I've been instructed to eat. Oh, I didn't point out the pomegranate juice that's here too, by the way. Just lots of antioxidant rich foods, warm foods. I've been told pretty much not to have anything cold, like no salads or even blended smoothies. And that's it. T-2 days, guys. And another thing that I wanted to mention is my acupuncturist is coming to the transfer. So she's gonna do acupuncture right before the transfer and right after, and even my doctor suggested it. I actually just got done with acupuncture like an hour ago. So 2 days before the transfer, acupuncture, then the day of the transfer, right before and right after, and then I have another acupuncture appointment a few days after, and this is all like in addition to the weekly acupuncture that I've been doing for like a year now. So I actually really love it now, and I feel like it's helped me even like learn how to relax and breathe like in times that I'm not at acupuncture, so it's been great.
How didn't we realize that we had an appointment today?
I don't know.
The day before the transfer.
I know. Yeah, this has been scheduled for like 2 weeks. My Brazil nuts bringing with me to the appointment. My progesterone repository. Okay, let's go. Bye, Riggy Rig.
Bye, honey.
We're getting excited.
Yes.
Ooh, looks nice and thick. Fluffy landing for the little embryo. The reason we look at the ovaries is to make sure you're not ovulating randomly.
Yeah.
Because that might off-kilter the receptivity of the lining.
Okay.
So your ovaries are quiet, which is what they should be.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Great.
Go team.
Great.
Good.
Wishing
Thank you.
all the best.
Thank you.
Have a
See you guys
wonderful
tomorrow.
day.
You too. Good morning, guys. I just woke up. It is the morning of my transfer. We are about to do my progesterone shot, and I haven't been filming these because it's in my butt. But we're gonna try to film it and, you know, be as modest about it as possible. So I have these shots every morning. I have for the last 6 days. And they hurt. They like not only hurt like the injection themselves, it's an oil, so it's very slow to inject, but it makes your glute muscles feel like you had a really tough workout, but I didn't. So yay, here we go.
Ready?
So the butt injection is done. And as you saw, Luca was rubbing it afterwards, and you have to do that to get the oil, the stuff to move around, otherwise it'll ball up and it can be even more painful. So I'm actually supposed to get up and go for a walk afterwards, but I really need to get ready because my transfer is this morning. I'm also laying on a heating pad right now. You can't see it, but it's there, and that also is to help the oil kind of thin out and disperse, hopefully, and not ball up and not hurt.